Welcome to week 14 of the Street Parking Vault, and this week's workout is powered by yours truly, Street Parking, because we are just ready to give you guys some stuff, because for not being an apparel company, we have way too much apparel. You're welcome. Now let's get into this week's shout outs. Our first one is gonna go out to our awesome member, Chris W., out from Texas, a member of the SP Wolfpack. Say no more, I already know what kind of competitive mentality you have, my brother. Now, even though deadlifts may not be your jam, you kept plugging away, well done. Thank you for hosting meetups, being plugged into our community, that's always super special. Please let your wife Amanda know that she is seen as well. Way to get together and chip away at some of these workouts as a couple. Our next shout out is gonna go out to our awesome member, Sarah. Now, this is a family affair for the Monroe family, but this vault, Sarah has logged her 500th SP workout. That is no easy feat right there, so well done on your consistency. We are glad that the vault helps you get to that. So milestone, well done. Now, being a military family, leaving Oahu and now in Georgia, can't imagine how difficult that may be to constantly be relocating. However, you have a home here in Street Parking, and we love that the Monroe girls are always in the garage getting it done with you as well, so give them a little shout out for us. Tell them well done. Sergeant Monroe, we see you too. Our next shout out is gonna go out to our member Abby W. from California, out there, the West Coast hockey mom. A little birdie mentioned to us that you were riding bikes in Santa Monica back in 2022, and you stopped with your family and climbed the rope in front of all those gentlemen out there, and afterwards saying, we don't see many women do that. How empowering that moment must have been, especially showing your family that there are strong women out there. Love it. Thank you for being part of our community. Keep it up. And our gym highlight for the week is gonna go out to CrossFit Anaheim. Love that you guys are participating in this year's vault. We see you. And hey, next time we go to Disneyland, which we have a trip planned with the boys, might have to just do a drop-in and knock out a workout with your crew. So we'll be creeping.
I'm Leslie Davis from Novato, California. I've been doing street parking since 2018. It's like my full-on habit. I just know I get up every morning, I look at the workout, figure out what I'm doing, and I do it. It's real simple. I never miss a Monday. That's my little motto. Favorite part of doing the vault is doing it with my family, my sister, my mom. Now it's just our thing.
The Street Parking Vault is a one workout per week for 25 weeks series with the goal to help street parking members build consistency.
You can do any version of the workout.
Customize these movements and choose a version that fits your ability.
Each week, log your workout before the time is up.
Your scores and weights don't matter.
You just can't miss.
I really feel it's my time, think it's my...
Welcome to week 14 of the 2024 Street Parking Vault. This week we are taking on the Sirens. Your Program A workout of the day is going to be 5 rounds, 2 wall walks, 20 wall balls, 2 wall walks, and a 200-meter shuttle run. Rest 1 minute between rounds. Your score for this workout is your fastest round and your slowest round, and the goal is anywhere between 2.5 and 4 minutes. Your shift workout of the day is going to be 5 rounds of 3 inchworms, 20 air squats, 3 inchworms, 30 seconds of continuous movement, then you'll rest 30 seconds between each round. Your score for this workout is the total time it takes you to complete it, including your rest, and the goal is anywhere between 12 to 17 minutes.
Welcome to week 14 of the Street Parking Vault Kids. And this week, we are tackling the Sirens, which is For skill, you will work on 10 donkey kicks, followed by 10 slow motion air squats, which will be a 3-second countdown, a 2-second pause, and then 1 second going back up. Once you've completed that, you'll go right into a 5-minute AMRAP of 2 wall walks, followed by 10 wall ball and 1 shuttle run. For the shuttle run, make sure that the space works for you, but ideally we're looking for something that's gonna take about 10 seconds or less. The goal for this workout is to focus on active shoulders during the wall walks. You wanna be nice and stacked as you're ascending your way up that wall.
Since it's April, one of us has to do a dumbbell.
Not it?
I'll do a single dumbbell thruster. I feel like you are the fittest person on our staff.
No.
Potentially, other than Carly.
I was like, Carly wins. Carly is the fittest.
It's like back in the day when Jason would be like, go to 15. It would be like, stay at 10.
We just like do that, and if we were doing wall balls, we just hold the ball till we heard his drop, and then we drop ours.
Because you can't drop for him, because then he
questions.
accuses you
If
of
you
cheating.
beat him on anything, it's like, so were you holding the numbers or? What's up, guys? Welcome to week 14 of the Street Parking Vault. This week we have the Sirens. Oh, yeah. So, okay, for this week, Miranda's gonna be doing the reps as written, and since some of you guys are participating in Project April, she's gonna be hitting it with the dumbbell. I will be doing extra challenge on the wall balls, but I'll be sticking with 2 wall walks and focusing on good wall walks. That's it.
It's chaotic in here.
It is. We got kiddos in here. I mean, this is just typical moms working out with some kids. Don't kick you, you don't kick me.
And they're off with vault number 14, the Sirens. I'm Cole, and this is
Coach Alex.
So what's the workout today, Alex?
Yeah, so Miranda and Coach Molly are doing 5 rounds of avoiding knocks.
Yes.
2 wall walks, 20 wall balls or single dumbbell thrusters, as you see Mer doing here.
Okay.
Another 2 wall walks, and then a 200-meter shuttle run with 1 minute rest between rounds.
Okay. Shuttle run. What are we
Yeah.
looking at for a shuttle run?
So for 200 meters, it's going to be 50 meters out and back twice.
Oh, perfect timing. I should have waited approximately 3 seconds for that one. But yeah, there you go. That's a solid layout. 2 wall walks twice in a single round. I feel like personally, I'm gonna get pretty tired and pretty slow right out the gates. Do you have any recommendations for the wall balls?
For the wall balls?
Oh, no, sorry, for the wall walks.
I do have recommendations for the wall balls also.
Fantastic.
But yeah, for pretty much any time wall walks are programmed, I generally encourage people to rest for a breath or 2 between each rep from the start, no matter what, but especially when other shoulder heavy movements are involved, like a wall ball.
Wait, did Miranda just take off on the run?
I was waiting for someone to notice. So Miranda did go out on her run a little early. I'm sure she's gonna make that up. I am certain she's gonna make that up.
Oh, look, Knox is giggling at it.
Yeah, Knox thought that one was funny. It happens, right? It happens to the best of us. Probably a good lesson for everybody to learn and to see that even the co-founder and co-owner of Street Parking sometimes messes up workouts.
Yes, I recommend, although I don't always take my own recommendation, but I usually like to do like a warm-up round, just to kind of get it stuck in my mind.
Yes.
If I do, it stays there. I often don't.
Exactly. No matter how many times you write it down.
Exactly.
Hey, but she did remember her rest minute, so that's good. That's good. Don't forget your rest minute, guys. You are gonna need it. So, I mentioned I have tips for wall balls also.
Okay, let's hear your tips for wall balls. Alex, you seem really anxious for those wall ball tips. Oh wait, what are they talking about here?
That round into the wall balls unbroken, but I think that's a good strategy. Shoulder.
Okay.
Ooh, okay, so...
Maya says don't go unbroken.
You should definitely do 30. 30?
So Molly must have went unbroken on her set of wall balls, and she's maybe wondering if she should have her.
Was that the right choice? Only time will
if
tell.
anyone could though, it's Molly. Like she is a wall ball master.
I feel like there was a workout that was like seeing how many wall balls you can get unbroken at one point, and she went some ridiculous amount that I was like, is that physically possible?
She did like 80 in a row or something.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
it was
crazy.
It was wild.
Okay, so your wall ball tips.
Yeah, so wall balls, and again, it goes back to the same reason why I think you should rest a little bit between each wall walk is your shoulders are going to be tired. So during the wall ball, or even the thruster, because basically it's the same movement pattern.
Truth.
I think you should just think about being aggressive with your lower body. Be aggressive with the hips and legs. Let them do most of the work in getting the weight upward. Now, again, and Molly can get away with keeping her arms up, waiting for the ball to come back down. And she's a bit taller, so probably, honestly, it's smarter for her to do that because the ball's going to come back to her
right away.
a lot sooner than it would for me, right?
100%.
But yeah, usually I recommend, if you can, if you feel comfortable enough or if you'll practice enough, to relax your arms after the throw and then pick them back up when you're ready to catch again.
Yeah.
It happens really fast. That's
It
what
is.
I mean.
It's a
if
very
you're not
quick
practiced
thing.
or if you're not comfortable with it, I definitely don't want you to take a medicine ball to the face.
I don't either. No one wants that,
No.
Alex.
But it is a good way to try to help preserve your shoulders for the other workout.
All right, so this was the correct going out onto the run moment.
Yes.
Oh, I think I hear someone on a scooter. Seems like, I think Salvi might be scootering along here for this shuttle run.
Okay, so notice she touched the ground during the change of direction. That is one of the key elements of a shuttle run, in case you guys didn't know.
Oh.
Also, you'll notice that she is turning her body in the same direction each time. So and let's see, hopefully she changed it, but
Switching it up.
that's okay. She did for the first two anyway.
Yeah.
But that is one thing I recommend. And this is a longer shuttle run, so it's not like you're gonna get dizzy if you don't.
Right.
But it does just ensure that you are practicing changing direction on both sides.
Yeah.
If you turn in the same direction. So like Molly just turned towards that one house. If she turned towards the red car, that would mean that she's driving off of a different, but she didn't. So she's driving off the same leg here.
Okay.
It's okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's not right or wrong.
No.
It's just means she's doing the same leg each time. It's kind of like not doing alternating step-ups.
Gotcha. See, I tend to I know personally, I tend to drive off of one leg specifically because when going for like a faster time and like a smaller sprint, I could usually set up on the one leg better than other legs.
Yeah.
But I could see why when it's longer, it's not as important to like shave off that millisecond.
It's also, and for me, like I have a bad knee.
Yeah, you do.
So it's better. I shouldn't say that. I have a knee that gives me trouble.
less happy knee.
Yes, and so in theory, I should probably only drive off of my right leg.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay. Miranda had already rested the minute.
Yes.
Okay, I'm like, wait, now she forgot the rest, but she came in before Molly.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And honestly, a minute's gonna go by so fast.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, what is a minute rest other than a moment to think about your choices?
True.
Okay, I've asked this before, but I'm gonna ask it again because I never really retain the information enough.
I've probably answered it before, but I'm happy to answer it again.
When you're taking your minute rest, how do you approach your minute rest? Instead of like me, where you're just kind of gasping for air and panicking about the next round, what would you recommend someone do in their minute of rest?
Yeah, I definitely try to keep my thoughts more positive or at least more constructive and less destructive.
Got you. That's point number one.
I'm not saying that my thoughts don't tend to start off like, oh my gosh, like complete panic. How am I gonna get through this? This is horrible, yada, yada, yada. I just try to quickly redirect to, this is manageable. I can do this. I've done hard workouts before and I've made it through. I'll do it again. But then also maybe more practical advice is to just try to slow your breathing down by taking longer inhales and specifically longer exhales. Your
Okay.
inhales might be sharp and quick, that's fine. But if you try to drag out those exhales, that can actually help to reduce your heart rate, slow down your breathing rate.
Yeah.
It's really good physiologically for you to do that. So I definitely try to focus my rest on my breath.
As we're looking at this workout again, what would you say if someone can't quite do the wall walks? What would be a solid sub for them on the wall walks?
Yeah, so for some it's like maybe 4 reps per round. For 5 rounds is 20 reps. That's just too many for them. Like they can do a wall walk. Physically they're able.
Yeah.
But that's just too many.
Exactly.
You could reduce to 1 instead of 2.
Okay.
So that's 10 reps instead of 20.
I like that.
Yeah. You could also reduce the range of motion of the reps. So maybe instead of bringing your hands
Such a cool
all the
shirt.
way back to the wall, you could just bring them halfway. Maybe you take 1 or 2 steps instead of 3 or 4.
Okay, like
You know
a
what I-
partial.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, would you recommend, like, is it an either or, like reduce to 1 rep or do 2 partial reps?
Never.
Or
It's never an either or, I
Okay.
would say.
Mix and
Fitness
match,
freedom,
whatever works for
right?
you.
Exactly.
Love
yeah.
that.
So maybe you reduce range of motion and you reduce the reps.
Okay.
Right? And I don't think, honestly, the same answer applies every workout either.
Yeah.
So maybe for this one you decide to do something, and then for the next time Wall Walks
Yeah.
shows up, you do something different. In fact, I encourage that
Yeah.
because each customization is going to provide different benefits and different drawbacks. So to get a kind of well-rounded approach to making progress on a movement, you want to change up how you approach it.
Here comes Molly again. She probably thinks she's going so slow, but she crushes me whenever I'm anywhere near her in any type of running thing. She's like, no, dude, I'm so slow. And it's like, what? You lapped me 7 times right now.
I don't know how Molly feels about wall walks, but I know how she feels about wall balls and running, which is good.
She feels great about them, but will still always be so humble, be like, nah, dude, I only use like a 40-pound wall ball.
Molly is humble.
Let's address the elephant in the room, though.
Yes.
Welcome back, Alex.
Oh, thanks.
I haven't done this with you in forever.
I
It's so
know.
nice to see you.
It's so fun. Right before the recording of this, I was like, the dynamic duo is back
The
together.
dynamic duo. Okay, I don't know about all that, but
Maybe just the duo.
yeah, you can be dynamic. I'll be the duo.
It is maybe important to note that I made it back for Project April.
Heck yeah, you did.
And this workout is released during Project April,
Heck yeah, it is.
which is a big reason why Miranda decided to demonstrate the single dumbbell thruster, because we know a lot of our
Yes.
members either don't have a medicine ball or maybe don't have a target high enough to throw their medicine ball to, or whatever. Or maybe you just decided this month you were only going to use your dumbbell no matter what, even if you did have the space or equipment for it.
I love a good dumbbell thruster personally, because I often will work out in my living room. If I'm finding myself not
yes.
motivated to switch up where I am, maybe go out to the shed, go to a bigger space, or go outside to throw the wall ball.
Right.
I can do that in my living room. I don't, unfortunately, have 10-foot ceilings. So it's a
Neither do I.
lovely, for me, customization. I love that one specifically.
Yeah, and maybe it's a matter of weather. Like, we're in the PNW, kind of lucky that it's not raining right now during the filming of this workout. But it's totally possible that you have the space and equipment, but the weather's just not.
Yeah, it's too hot, it's too cold, there's snow, whatever the case may be, it's a solid customization.
I will say, some people might think that the single dumbbell thruster is easier than wall balls.
Yeah.
And in some ways, sure, maybe. But it keeps the tension in your shoulders.
For some reason, I feel that it's easier as well, but I think that's mentally. For some reason, I just feel like mentally I know I'm good at thrusters. And even though, what's a wall ball but a really exciting thruster?
Yeah, no, it's true. There's a surprise element involved.
There is definitely a surprise element involved. So I don't know what it is. There's this mental shift of me where it's like, oh, single dumbbell thruster, I'm down.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question though, Alex.
Okay.
What is the shift version of this workout?
Yeah, great question. So the shift version is also 5 rounds.
Okay.
But with 3 inchworms,
Okay.
20 air squats, another 3 inchworms, and then 30 seconds of continuous movement before resting 30 seconds.
Speaking of resting, get it, Molly. Yes.
Oh my gosh. So I think you know this about me, but when I rest during a wall walk, I actually lay my arms at my sides.
You look like you're old school, circa what, 2001 planking?
Yes.
Like just one straight. It's
But
so
I want,
goofy.
it's like, I just want as much rest as possible through the shoulders, and if I just
Refuse to even lift your arms for resting.
It's true. And I don't know if it does anything for blood flow, but I try to convince myself that
I
it
just
does.
love that you go straight up face down onto the ground, as supine as one person can get. Or I get prone,
Yeah.
as
Get
a
it
person
right.
can get.
Get
I
it
love
right.
it.
Get your anatomical positions correct.
I'm trying.
Please.
I've been working on it for years.
So shift. We've swapped the wall walks out for inchworms. We've increased the reps just a touch to, I don't know, maybe compensate for inchworms being a slightly simpler movement. Still difficult though, and still very time consuming. So make sure you're breathing through those reps. One inchworm can take like 10 to 15 seconds.
Yeah, it does
so-
take a bit.
Yeah.
For sure. What is the actual goal of this workout? What is the scoring on this one?
It's fastest and slowest round for A, B, and C, with each round taking 2.5 to 4 minutes.
okay.
And then for shift, it's just total time, including those 30 seconds of rest between rounds. And your goal is to finish in 12 to 17 minutes.
So with the fastest and slowest round,
Yeah.
I feel like there's sometimes different points for that. It's either to see how hard you can push it on one and how much you fall off, or for consistency sometimes. What is the point of the fastest and slowest scoring in this workout?
It actually is exactly what you said. Usually it's to encourage you to go for it, even if it means you're gonna fall off a little bit.
Yeah.
And the slowest round just allows you to account for that,
Okay.
whatever that fall off is.
Yeah.
The goal would be for you to go hard and then hopefully stay consistent.
Go hard,
That
stay
would be
hard?
great.
Yes.
Go hard, stay.
Love that. That should be a shirt. Do you have a pen?
But often it's go hard and then go
Go. No.
and then fizzle. But but that's pretty much it. We want to incentivize pushing yourself while also acknowledging that maybe it means you also aren't able to sustain that, and that's
Right.
okay.
Dang,
Ideally
Miranda.
though, you would still, even if you fell off, you would still hit that goal range. So let's say your fastest was around the 2.5 side,
Yeah.
and then your slowest was around 4. That's fine. We just try not to go outside of that. I'm glad you mentioned that. If you happened to fall outside of that, either on the fast end or the slow end. So if you're on the fast end, let's say you finished in 2 minutes.
Okay.
That's an indicator to me that you should have probably done extra challenge.
That's an indicator to me that I probably read the workout incorrectly.
Or you pulled a Miranda and just completely
skipped
nixed
something
2
completely.
wall walks. No, we can't say that because Miranda made up her
Yeah,
2 wall
Miranda
walks.
did, but for real, I'd come to the end and be like, oh my God, I did so well, why? And realize that I messed up the entire workout.
And actually, let me just say this too. Molly can get away with unbroken wall balls, but she's breaking already. And I think for 20 reps, that's a volume where I would say just break it up from the beginning. No more than twice,
Yeah.
I think. But probably definitely at least once from the start. Try to keep
Okay.
your breaks short if you can, but I
Yeah.
do think that's smart for the long run of this
When
workout.
I do a wall ball break, I try to let myself just take a moment later after the bounce of the wall ball. You know what I mean? Like just go for the
just
double
enough
dribble.
to bring it back to your feet. Yeah.
And
That's good.
sure, do I kind of be slower about bringing it back to my feet? Sure, but my goal
You
is
lollygag a little?
lollygagging. Let it hit, roll wherever it rolls, grab it, come back and go is my goal. But there's a lot of goals that don't exactly reach. It's just what I'm going for.
Now, one last thing before they wrap up and probably give their own tips.
What you got?
There is a program C with the bike or row in place of the shuttle
Nice.
run. And anyone who is participating in Project April, remember that is a perfectly fine option.
Solid point.
Just be sure to log it under Program
Yeah.
A.
And then just make a note. Hey,
Yeah,
I was
just
on the
make
bike.
Yes, that way it counts towards your Project April badge.
Yeah. Use your dumbbell.
Yes.
Log it
use
as
your dumbbell. Use your bike row, whatever. Log it under A.
Let's go, Molly. Ooh,
She is wrapping it up.
she's
right
picking up the
here.
pace right here.
Such a beast.
She really, truly is. Did you guys know
Finishing
she's like
strong.
6'7"? No, I'm kidding.
What a liar.
Right on. That was epic. They had a solid playlist. I don't know how well you guys can hear the playlist in the background, but they had some like nice little, I want to say like old school jams, maybe more classic jams that I was into.
It's definitely old school for me. I don't know about you.
That was rude. I was literally about to say, it was so nice to do this again with you, Alice. Welcome back, but never
That one
mind.
got pukey. I don't know if it's just like the going upside down.
I think with the breathing with the upside down, I don't know.
And then the turnaround on the run too. It's not something that we do like
No.
super often.
No.
I'll give dumbbell tips.
Okay.
I mean, I've been getting over being sick, which I know is like a thing for most of us that have little kids. I mean, everyone, but especially if you have little kids. So I probably could have gone 30, but I'm trying to recover from that. So just know where you're at with that. But as far as dumbbell specific, try to keep the weight at your chest. Don't let it pull you forward. For me, the dumbbell doesn't really touch my chest, but my elbows are in a position where I'm not like holding it out super far away. So find a comfortable position where it's not really taxing your shoulders during the squat as much as possible. We don't want to see you guys pushing it out here. So make sure that you're finishing with it over the top of your head. So drive your head through, make sure your elbows are locked. The dumbbell actually works as a really good counterbalance to help you keep upright in your squat and keep your heels down and everything. So take advantage of that. The wall walks definitely got spicy toward the end, even just this set of 2. So for you, if you need to even do just 1, if you're doing push-up taps, it says all of this in the coach's notes, but I know you guys don't read. So I think it's 4 push-up plus taps for each wall walk. So if you want to substitute that out or customize that, that's totally fine. And you can do that, or maybe you do 1 wall walk and then 4 push-up taps because you're not comfortable doing it twice. Make it work for you. Have fun with this one. Have fun. We hope that you're joining us for Project April. Molly can give some tips on the wall ball version.
Yeah, I mean, kind of same tips that Marina's talking about, like keeping the ball in tight, elbows underneath. I like to focus on a smooth squat down and then speed as you stand up. Wall balls is one of those things that I know a lot of people hate. So you could I started off like, okay, I'm gonna go unbroken on the 30 because that's a comfortable movement for me as long as I can. And then by the 4th round, I was breaking it up into 2 sets. So if you're somebody that's like, I hate wall balls, try to commit to some numbers that are manageable for you. So rather than thinking about the whole number 30 you have to do, pick up the ball, all right, I'm gonna get 10 done right now. Drop the ball, count to 3 in your head, whatever you need to do. Make the number seem a little smaller in your head. If you're gonna do the 30 or even the 20. I started off the workout with 2 wall walks because I didn't want to do 3 and get really sloppy. I saw my time on the first one was 2.5 minutes. So I pushed myself to try the wall walks and the wall balls extra challenge and really focus on good wall walks. So that can be a challenge as well, making sure you're checking in with your positions and you're not getting overly arched at the top of the wall. Like Marina said, it's heavy on the shoulders, but also on the breathing. So as you come down from the wall walks, try to get a good breath in.